Well, thank you so much for joining me. My name's Lashawna, by the way.
How you doing?
Hi, Lashawna.
It's a pretty name.
Thank you. Thank you. I was actually named after the kid in Bebe Kids. You lot seen it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fire.
I love
It's
that.
all right, isn't it? All right, so let me just introduce everyone. So everyone's here. We got Mereba, we got EARTHGANG, Olu, and Dr. Dot, and we got Benji. And we're speaking because Spilligion is out right now, and it's great. How you lot feeling about it being out?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It was wonderful.
How you feeling? You like it? You
I love it, actually. I love it a lot. I knew I was going to like it, though. I knew I was going to like it.
Yeah.
I knew it. How are you feeling? It's out to the world. Obviously, you guys haven't dropped a tape since 2016 as Spillage Village. That's mad.
Oh, wow, yeah. A whole lot has changed. Whole lot has changed since then. I ain't even know Benji. I didn't even know Benji.
I didn't even know y'all. I didn't know y'all at all.
You guys are all making friends and that. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
No, I'm excited. I'm really just happy that people get to hear this and people get to have something that we created, you know what I'm saying, in real time during quarantine that, you know what I'm saying, kind of speaks to the vibe of what people have been feeling. So it just don't sound like, oh, you know what I'm saying, it's just from someone that they trying to, you know, sell to us. But it's like, nah, we did this while we was going through the same things that everybody was going through. So this is for us, for all of us.
Yeah. No, I love that. You can hear it in the tape as well, that it's made during this time, which is, I think, is telling of the time, and it's nice. Do you know what I mean?
You can't really hear that all the time.
Exactly. So why did you not name it this, Spilligion?
Because we wanted to galvanize our fans. We wanted to, you know what I'm saying, create a new like way of life basically for people who think like us and people who want to see like a bright future, you know. And we know that we're basically creating our own religion, which is love, which is community.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do, and then put that into the music.
That's sick. So you lot all were in a house that was meant to be, so JID rented a house, right, for his album, his third album, and then the pandemic hit and everyone was just there, I guess, recording, because could you get to studios and that?
Yeah, pretty much. Especially in the initial stages of the pandemic, it was like nowhere to go.
Yeah. And then you lot made this.
Yeah.
Then we all was stuck. Then we were stuck. Then the border started closing. Then the panic ensued. Then folks start buying 30 canned goods a day.
Toilet paper, right?
Toilet paper.
For real.
Pieces of toilet paper.
It was mad, didn't it?
And then we was like, man, this some bullshit. We was like, we might as well stay.
Yeah.
Just do what we do best.
For real. But it must have been mad, like, you lot being locked in, because I'm sure you lot are always moving around. So being locked down and locked in must have been tight. Like, I would have hated it.
For like,
there was a lot of space in the house.
Yeah. It was a lot of space in the house, but we usually on tour. Like, all of us are always touring. So it was cool to like just come back, and for a minute, like it took me a while. You know, I ain't gonna lie, it took me a while to get like acclimated to it and not like running around all the time. But once you like get rooted again, you know what I'm saying, you start to create stuff that was already in you, that was just waiting to come out. You just needed the right time and the right place. You know?
Yeah. How long did it take for you to make the album? Because obviously you lot were down there for what, 2 months? Was it 2 months that I read? So making this album, I'm sure there must have been like so much more tracks than 12, firstly. So how was that, as in making the album and then narrowing it down to just 12?
Man, that shit was a headache. I ain't gonna lie to you. It always is though. It's a good problem to have. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have amazing songs and then like narrowing it down, picking the right ones, putting it in order. So it took us we took it the entire time. Like, there was no downtime in quarantine, you know, where we was just like, finish, let's pick it. Nah, like all the way up until releasing the project. Like we was just, you know what I'm saying, trying to make it the best that we can make it.
Was there any songs, that you wish made the cut but didn't? On a personal.
And We're Vibing. Man.
Is that a song?
Yeah, it's a song. Yeah, that I don't know. That was a fire interlude to me,
Yeah.
but it didn't make the cut. I don't know. It was one of those like witty kinds of songs, and Hollywood JB he murdered that verse.
Is it?
On that joint. I wish that had made the cut, but it didn't.
What are you saying? Deluxe version, yeah?
Yeah, deluxe.
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 I feel like that's necessary. I think it's so necessary. All right, so I read that you lot were seriously playing Monopoly at this time as well. I hate Monopoly
Yes.
with a
Oh,
passion.
God.
I hate it so
Yeah,
much.
I hate it.
It was so bad.
It's one of them games, yeah, that I'm just like, do you know what? I'll play for 2 minutes and I'm like, I'm right, I'm over it. Because you lot are taking it way too serious. I can't hack it.
That's true.
We was playing for hours, like 4 or 5
Hours.
hours, yo. Like just
It
going
never
around
ends.
and around.
It never ends.
don't
I'll be
play
like, I'll
with
sell
Jid.
my stuff.
And
You ever play
we
Monopoly?
was
Don't play
playing
with
like
Jid.
we
Why
had
not?
we done nigga rigged the game. Like we was telling people like if you let me buy this from you, if you trade me this, I'll give you like 4 turns right here rent free or whatever. Like share this space. We could go in half and on this, you know what I'm saying? We could split the profits. Like we really was wild. We was making up our own rules. So
That's how
Yeah.
we
See,
were
this is
definitely
why I
making up
don't play
all
with people, because everyone's got different ways of playing. It's long. I don't have time.
nah,
I'll
we
be
ain't have-
banker.
what else we gonna do? We in
Do you know what I
quarantine.
mean?
What you got to do?
I'll be
Okay.
banker and then slide in my friends.
That's one thing we definitely have is
Got time.
You lot are good. I couldn't do it. What song do I want to talk about? Let's talk about Happy. I love this song. Mereba, it'd be nice to have a little insight on this tune because I feel like it's so healing. When I listen to it, it's healing. Was that
I
intentional?
love that
What
song.
he was going for?
I think so. I think that's what naturally flowed out from when Olu first played the piano part.
Yeah.
I think it was Yumi and Jid, right, Olu, and then we just started singing that chorus. Yeah, so that was the last song that we made before I left because I went back to LA.
Yeah.
A few weeks into all of the madness and stuff, and it definitely, it just came out really uplifting naturally.
Yeah.
But I feel like my verse, I got to get a lot off my chest, like about my worldview and like personal kind of conflicting kind of things that I go through as a person and wanting to be able to show up for my people, but also being like, yo, this is a lot. And I just would rather be living like in a treehouse somewhere.
Yeah.
And
I get it, 100%.
And then Benji like came and added his verse, which is one of my favorite verses on the project. And I was like, whoa.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. And then obviously Olu's part, he just took us to every church.
For real.
We could possibly go to at one time. Yeah.
Jupiter takes you to church though. That's like
It
we're
was-
going to church.
The funny thing about it, that was the first beat I made when we got there. Literally, it was the first day. Went down in the room, hooked up the computer, and like started working on it. You know what I'm saying? Playing the parts, playing the instrument. I put a little bass line down on there because like the studio had all these instruments and stuff, and like I just missed being around instruments. So I put the bass line on there. And then, Benji came down and I was like, okay, bet, we got a real player. You can put your part on there. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like the song, when Mereba put her verse on there, like and then she left after that. So it was just like such a beautiful thing. And I'm like, man, how can I come after this? It's like, what can we do to like just continue to take it to the next level? And then they actually had a piano in the house that we was recording. So we had the engineer hook up the piano. And then I played the little part during my verse and stuff. So it was just super beautiful to be able to create in real time like that. And like, you know what I'm saying? Not always have to rely on like, all right, what's the beat? What's the BPM? You know what I'm saying? I remember he was like, what's the tempo? On my part, I was like, ain't no tempo inside.
Ain't none.
Ain't no tempo. I was like, nah, it's not no tempo. Like, we gonna really take it back. You know what I'm saying? It really, in my mind, it was like, I wanted to do like, you know what I'm saying? Like from some Freddie Mercury, Live Aid, like Queen, you know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Like I wanted to be epic and like to be able to feel, you know what I'm saying, what's going on right now. So like that was the idea. And like he's like when Benji came through, he's just like ushered it into a new space. And then shout out to Big Rude. The legendary Big Rude, you know what I'm saying? He was so cool. Like, and shout out to Big Boy because we got Big Rude contact from Big Boy. Big Boy from Outkast, he, you know what I'm saying, he shot me his number.
Legend.
And like, they were just so cool. They was like, yeah, whatever, man. Anything y'all need, we got y'all, man. And like, we just appreciate them for sure.
That's sick. That's sick. I was gonna say, Mereba, I have to say this while you're here. Sandstorm is one of the. Listen, last night I was having to listen to it, and I had a cry, and it's one of them.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's
perfect.
I'm crying with you sometimes there.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know why I'm crying, but I'm crying. I haven't really got a reason to.
Yeah.
It gets me there. I love it. So I had to say that.
Thank you.
Benji, let's talk production as well.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, because how weird can you get in the studio with these lot?
Pretty weird.
I can imagine.
I'm not gonna lie, pretty weird. Cause like how Jupiter came about. Again, it's one of them nights. There's 10, 20 of us all in the studio or whatever. Everybody's in the studio. A little bit of liquor in them, except for Olu. And
you don't drink.
Well, I wasn't drink. I didn't drink during quarantine. I was completely sober during quarantine and the creation of this album.
You're good.
I was about to say.
I was completely sober.
That's amazing.
Completely sober.
Well done.
But like, when we were writing out Jupiter, to me it almost seemed satirical. Satirical. One of those words.
That's a new one. I like that one.
Yeah.
I never heard it sound like that.
Quote me on that. And like it almost didn't seem to me at first when we were working. It didn't seem like it was all the way serious, but it was just so good. Like the lyrics and everything, it was just so good. And it was just like, yo, this is really kind of weird. Like, are we really singing about this? Like, hopefully you find what you need, you know, search and do the Perkies, Molly's, Wheat. Like, we really singing this? And then we cut it. And it was like, this is actually a beautiful record. It's necessary. So we can get pretty weird. I can say that. We can get pretty weird. But at the same time, I think it's the energy we all had pent up, plus the, you know, creativity that already exists in us, like Olu said. And yeah, it's just a perfect storm.
Yeah, I love it. Honestly, the whole tape, every song sounds different as well. But it's still so cohesive, which is amazing. Dot, let's talk about your verse on End of Days.
Okay.
The opening, it's a bit out there, isn't it? But I love it.
When we started End of Days, when we started End of Days, that was like another time where we like, you know what I'm saying, pitching hooks to each other, like just singing at each other's faces. And we just, hey, I like the way this goes.
Yeah.
And then, when we just, that concept alone, I was like, well, what would I do? If somebody told me right now, we got, you know what I'm saying, a couple hours left, and it's all kaput. What would I do with these last couple? I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying, have a good time with it. And that's exactly how I felt. Like, I'm probably just gonna enjoy it, and me and God gonna check it up when I get up there.
For real, I heard that. I'm with you. I can't lie.
You know, so I think that's where I took the approach for the verse from. I kind of just let that carry throughout. You know what I'm saying? Where I was going, and y'all kind of just, the record just kind of made itself. I love that song. I love End of Days.
It's the video is sick as well. I love the video.
Thank you.
It's proper cool. What's your lot's favorite songs on there? I know you probably all have. It probably changes all the time, right?
It changes all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
What are you feeling at the moment?
The funny thing about it is when I think about my favorite songs, I use it like I'm very like a visual person, so I think about the moments in the studio, and I like that. I'm fine. This is the moment I'm feeling right now. This is the moment I'm missing. So this is my favorite song right now. You know.
Yeah.
I know Psalm Sing is a moment. It's a moment. Yeah. It was a moment. You know, it was really a moment because I think that was the first song that we all kind of wrote together. I don't know. I might be wrong, but it was just a moment, and especially just personally for me, because I played the keys on that song, and like I've been practicing for a very long time, but like I never really got a chance to like really like play and record and stuff. But to be able to do it in like a family environment like that, and to be on such a beautiful song, like I really just appreciate it.
Yeah, that's dope. Benji, you played the bass on that, right?
Yeah.
Did you add the bass? Okay. because I'm trying to understand the concept here. Was it a situation where like the beat's made and you're like, oh, let me add the bass, or is it we're making a beat, add the bass?
For song saying, the bass I think was last. I was upstairs, I don't know, eating or something, and Jid texted me to come down. I basically got summoned to come down. It was already kind of made, essentially, and then I had, had a bass in my hand and started to figure it out. So it's kind of like the last thing, I think, before we wrote it, that got added to it.
I feel like I was gonna say I think he came in last when we was writing it, but I think we played all this stuff together.
Okay.
Yeah.
We cut it. We recorded it all together.
We recorded it together.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Hero the Band.
Which
an amazing band
awesome.
out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Who helped us with that song and with Jupiter. Yeah.
Sick. Well, I've got to wrap up soon, but one thing I have to say because it caught me. You see at the end of Mecca, you see the little guitar bit? The like last 5 seconds?
Sick.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was that boy Benji. He went stupid.
I appreciate it.
That was special.
We were going crazy.
That was very, very sick. But what's coming up next? Of course, the question that you guys always get asked.
More releases. We got more releases, more new music coming soon.
Thank you very much.
Like, we're going to flood the streets.
Lovely.
We're going to flood the streets.
Love that.
Yeah.
You lot haven't left us hungry for a while, so I'm happy. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good still. But yeah, have an amazing day, all of you lot.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having a chat with me.